Hey everybody, and welcome back to I Do Everyday Automation, where we talk about automation projects to make your home smarter and your life easier. On today's episode, I want to show you guys a doorbell made by LTS. There's a couple of different variations out there. One of them is made by a company called Nelly's Security, and no, it's not the rapper. There's also another version made by Uniden, which I actually picked up from Walmart through Google Express. Since Google Express was having a sale, it wound up being the cheaper option. I picked this guy up for about 60 bucks and I got it in a couple of days. That was really what I was waiting on. I knew it was going to go on sale, so I just waited to get the sale price and an additional Google Express coupon to get it down to that price. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it. I'm going to show you guys what makes this so cool as far as the ability to use ONVIF and to use the built-in app to get notifications and see who's at your door. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the unboxing. So there's a few different variations of the same doorbell. I decided to go with the Uniden Doorbell because it was on sale and I got an additional discount through Google Express. So this was the model I decided to get. They all come with the same camera. There's a few different variations of this same exact model out there on the market. There's a couple of third-party vendors and installers that use this exact same camera. In fact, Claire Controls, the original home automation that came with my home, uses a very similar doorbell with their own branding on it. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what you get in the box. So you get a mounting bracket, a couple of extension wires, some screws, and an Allen wrench. It's a star Allen, so if you already have one, you can use one from like your tool set or something. Obviously the instructions, we won't need those guys. And here's the doorbell, nice and shiny. And they come with different wall plates to match whichever, well, face plates I should say, to match whichever preference you have for what's outside. You can try to match it to your existing structure, or you can try to match it to like the hardware on your door. This one's the closest one to the door hardware, so we're gonna go with this one. So next we're gonna go ahead and download the app so we can get it set up and on the network. Once we get it on the network and it has an IP address, we'll be able to go ahead and hook it up to the Blue Iris IP camera software. Okay, so to open it up, just gotta flip it over, grab it on each side like that, pull the casing back, and now you can see the serial number and all of the other information on the front. On the side here is where you would put the SD card if you wanted to install a separate SD card. And actually this one comes with, I believe, an 8 gig. Yeah, it comes pre-installed with an 8 gig card, so that's pretty nice. And it has a little waterproof gasket on the little boot right here. So then you're just gonna install these two wires like you would on a regular doorbell. So next we're gonna just go ahead and get it hooked up outside. Like I said, we're gonna get the app installed, fire it up, and then connect to the doorbell. So here's the existing doorbell. We're gonna go ahead and remove it. Obviously it's a lot smaller than the video doorbell, so we're gonna have to drill some new holes into the masonry here. may be able to reuse one of the holes. We'll just have to re-drill the other one. Get a scraper and do this right. Cover most of that, so we won't worry about it too much. Yeah, see, that other hole is going to go a little bit further down. Test. Alright, so now you're going to want to log into whatever device you're using for DHCP, whether it's your modem or router. In my case, it's my unified USG that we set up in an earlier video. So now that we're logged in, we're just going to go ahead and go to the table of connected devices and see what has the shortest amount of lease time out of all the devices. So we're going to sort by connected time, and we're going to get that IP address for that device. Then we're just going to plug it into the browser. And this is definitely a camera screen, so let's go ahead and try to log in. Alright, so I'm going to try a different password here real quick. When you're setting up the app, there's the app password and then there's the device password. So just remember both of them. Alright, so now that we're in, this looks very much similar to the camera that I have over the door currently. Looks like the same web page interface, so we're pretty much familiar with how to set this up. Just gonna do a little bit of digging around here and make sure everything's where it needs to be in order for us to get it set up with Blue Iris. So we're just gonna set the time clock with the PC. And just do a little bit of digging around here. You can upgrade the software locally. You can change your ports here. Alright, so let's go ahead and log into the Blue Iris server and get the camera set up. Alright, so I shut off all my other cameras for privacy purposes, obviously. We're going to go ahead and hit the plus sign up top, just like I showed you guys in a previous video. And we're just going to go ahead and name this guy Doorbell. And we're going to hit OK. And then we're going to take that IP address that we got from the USG and just plug it in up here in the URL location. And obviously we're going to change the username and password to match whatever the camera is set to. And hit OK and let Blue Iris find it. It's going to usually default to the generic camera. Every now and then it may default to what it thinks it is. You can play around with this. You can do a little bit of searching online to see what works best. And just hit OK. And give it a couple of seconds. And there we go. I tell you what, for 60 bucks, man, this is a great image. Just look at it compared to the other two cameras that cost a good bit more. Alright, back into the interface for the camera itself, the web page. There's a couple of different settings you guys can check and look at. If you actually want to do, local recording to the PC, you don't have an NVR or don't want to download Blue Iris, you can actually, with most of these cameras, just set up local storage, and you'd have to install the drivers. It's a bit of a hassle because each web page would be an individual camera, but it is possible. So I mean, you can do a setup even cheaper than the one we previously discussed. Guys, let me know if you're interested in that, and I'll do a video on that as well, showing you how to set it up locally to the PC and record locally to the PC. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for our video on the Uniden Doorbell wireless video doorbell. Remember, it's full 1080p, does support two-way audio, it is motion activated, it does have the 180-degree viewing angle, and it supports night vision, and the model that we purchased also came with an 8 gig SD card. I'm unsure if the LTS models or the one that's provided by Nelly Security or the one that's provided by Claire Controls comes with the same 8 gig SD card, but they're easy to install, and it's a great add to record locally if you don't plan to have a full-out NVR or any other recording device as well. So with that, as well as the addition that you don't have a monthly subscription fee, this is why I chose this over the Ring Video Doorbell and other competing products. Remember, it does support ONVIF as well, which allows you to record to other devices. So if you want to pick it up, I'm going to leave it down in the link below. If you have any other questions or comments about it, just be sure to ask down in the comments section below. And this is the last video I plan to do for the security playlist. So if you guys have any other questions, comments, or ideas or content that you want me to cover, or if you want me to go more into detail on a product that we've already covered in the playlist, just either hit me up on social media or down in the comments below any of the videos, and I'll be sure to respond, and we'll see if I can do a video on something that you guys suggest. Other than that, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you see more content like this as we go about. Coming up, we do have a Bluetooth air vent that I want to install just to show you guys how you can listen to music in the bathroom while you're showering or doing other things. And there's a couple of automation projects I want to do inside and outside the home, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.